Welcome to Trading Lounge and the European indices, and starting with the DAX here. We are looking at the DAX in a larger triangle pattern here from wave 3 here, an A and a B and a C and a D and an E wave here for wave 4. This wave C here, it's possible that there's a low in place, but we think that there's one more little low to come in before we see this little move up through to here. So let's just go into the 4-hour chart and have a look at that. So, well, the 4-hour chart's not quite labelled, but yeah, I think this is a bit of a rally here. So let's just from this high here to this low here, we're looking at a 38.2% retracement level here. So we're sort of there at the moment. Let's just go back in and have a look at this on the 1-hour chart here. So on the 1-hour chart here, we were looking from wave 3 here. We're looking for wave 4 and then for wave 5. So on the wave 4, we're looking for an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave here for wave 4 to the 38.2% retracement level. So we're here, we're close on here now, except wave C has got 5 waves in it. So we're looking at wave 1 and 2 here, and 3 here, and 4 here, and we're looking for one more little push to the upside here, somewhere into this space here. So what I could say is that because this is the 38.2% retracement level, and we've seen wave 4 often go to the 50% as well, but we could say that if the market found a nice tested support on the 200 here, then we could say that this wave low, this wave C here, would be in place at that particular point over here. Okay, so that's the one to watch here. So we'd need to get a good support on that too. So the market would go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So coming up to 5 here, and then reacting at the 200. But it would also push up and give us a little. We want the sort of first high above the level here. So on the 200 here, we want to see the market push above it, and then we can use those, the first high, normally the second high, as the reference point before going along, a bit like here. So market came up to here, reacted here, came back down, made a new high here, and then moved down for its A, B, C, an A and a B and a C correction for moving up, and taking these highs out, any of these highs out, this high, bring it down to the lower highs. That's what we'd want to see on this little area through here. I don't think the tick chart's going to give us any more detail than that. We should see a push higher though, because, or maybe not. What we need to do, just looking at this picture here on this is 100 ticks, we can see that, well, it's quite easy to see in the first instance here we have wave 1 here and wave 2 and nice strong third wave and fourth wave and fifth wave here. So we know we've got 5 waves in here. So this move here would have 5 waves in it. This would be an A and a B and a C here. So we know that this move from here to here is bullish corrective. So this move up through here so far is as an ABC. We could count this down as wave 1, back for wave 2, down for wave 1, ABC, back for wave 2 here, down for wave 1, back for wave 2. So it can be a bearish count, but it turns bullish as soon as we take this top out here. This top here, sorry. There. So as soon as that top there is breached, it makes all of this a bullish corrective pattern. But if it drops from here, then it can maintain its bearish pattern here. So if you wanted to go long, then wait for 12,100 to go long on. Okay, because then you would know that this is corrective, and then if this gets taken out here, then we know this is corrective, and we know this high will be taken out here. So long trades can go on to this point here. So wait for 12,100 to be on the long side there. And for the Netherlands, I just wanted to bring into the daily chart here. It's possible that we have wave 3. We know we got wave 3 here. It's wave 4s that are always complicated. So we could call wave 4 in here, and we could also go wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5 here to have the 5th wave up here, but I've got it dulled out as an alternative count. It's probably not the case. We need to sort of look at it as wave B. So as wave B here, then we can look at the triangle pattern here for the AEX, which would make the A wave, the B wave, and then this would come down as an A and a B and a C wave here for wave C here. And I should actually move that. It's a little bit confusing. I'll just put it over here, and I'll just copy this here and put wave C here. So this would be an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave here. I still think there's one more move to come down here. We'll look at that in a moment, like the DAX. I'll just save that. So I've got these two counts here, and I have to say the DAX can be like this too. So just a bit unfortunate, but let's look at it in the first instance, which would be an A and a B and a C wave here for wave C, which would come down to 530. And bounce off that. So wave C here, then we'd have an A and a B and a C here for wave D. That would pull back up from, it would pull back up, let's just get this a little bit right here. So from the 530 area here, we would see a rally into the 50-60% retracement level there for wave D, because if it was wave 4, then wave 4 I can bring down to wave 2 here, and we could look at wave 4 being the 38.2% retracement level. So we can bring it into here, the blue wave 4. So from the 530, we're either going to go back to the 540 area here, or we're going to be above the 550 area here. That's something that we need to work out in due course. So there's two counts here in this area here. So we've either got an A and a B and a C here for wave C, and then from wave C here on the 530 here, we would go an A and a B and a C for wave D here, and then have the wave E of 4 playing out in this space here. The other count here, of course, is that we have from wave B here, we have wave 1 and 2, and 5 waves down for wave 3, back for wave 4, and down for wave 5 of C of 4. And the DAX can be like this too. I didn't mention it, but it's on our charts on our website as well, on the daily chart, so have a look at that. But yeah, so they're the two counts. But for the meantime here, we're just looking from this wave, this high here being either wave B or wave 2 here. So we're looking at this move coming down through here. So on the 4-hour chart, maybe you have to go, yeah, so wave 2 or wave B here. So wave 1 and 2 here, and wave 3 here, and the wave 4 here, it may be in place here. Don't know that quite just yet, but it hasn't pulled up to its 38.2% retracement level. So it certainly can go from here up to here and then down into this space here. So this wave 4 can be here as well, just a little bit complicated. We'll have a look at the 1-hour chart for this. So that 545, this is, my proposal was that we would look at wave 3 here on this low, and then have this as an A and a B and a C wave here for the A wave, and then the B wave down here, and we could move that across, oops, a daisy, and then looking for this to move up from here to make wave C here into the 545 area, and then down from there, if it's going to go straight down from here, because it's possible that this A wave here is actually the wave 4 in here. So we just need a bit of a strategy for that, and that's simple enough. Just having that short trade under the wave B here would trigger those short trades there. You could probably get that a bit closer there, but just wait for the opening to play out. You could probably go right in there as well, but let's just wait for the opening there to play out first. Yes, and the move down into 530 where we can expect a bounce from this point here. I don't think it's worth trading up through here. If I had a nice clear 5-wave structure to the upside in wave A here, see how I've got it as in an A and a B and a C here. The A wave here could be, if that was in 5 waves here, then I would be looking to go long here, because if we got 5 here, then we could be assured to get another 5 over here. But as it stands, this can be the ABC correction for wave 4 here, so we don't have that possibility on our side. It makes the risk a little bit too high. The FTSE, not much to say about this. As I mentioned some time ago, that we would just be drifting across the 72 support, 72 and 73 here for some time here just yet. So yeah, I just don't see a trade here on this market just yet. We'll just be drifting sideways across here unless something changes. Then we'll look for a trade. But at this stage, I just see complications here, drifting sideways and so on. So we'll leave that. And the MIB, Italy. So we know we've got wave 3 over here, and we know that we've been going all the way over here for wave 4, and then we've been looking down here. So looking down at wave 1, wave 2 here, and wave 3 here, wave 4 here. And I would like to call wave 5 in here to finish this whole trend off down here. But one of the problems with that is that this move down through here, as from wave 4 to 5 here, is really looks much nicer in 3 waves. It's a bit difficult to read this market like that. But even if we call this in, then we can look at this as wave 1 here and wave 2 here. But the other point to this too is that if this is let's just say that wave 4 is over here for a moment. So this would make this the A wave here, the B wave here, and then wave 1 here, wave 2 here, wave 3 here, wave 4 here, and then wave 5 up here. Now on the cash market, the physical market, there is a new high above this old one here. So that means that wave 4 could be in. So this market could actually just drift down from here. But if it does take this high out here on this market here, then we need to be long from that point. Simple as that. So on the 1 hour chart here, that doesn't really explain it. So I'll go to the tick chart here. So yeah, so this is on the bullish side. This little move up here is quite interesting because it's actually in 5 waves from this low to here. Now that means that, and it has made a new high on here on the cash market, so it's possible to call this wave 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and having wave 5 in here as a C wave for wave 4. So so I kind of understand that, but it doesn't really matter at this stage. So what we can do here is from this high here now, we can bring this down to this high here to be triggered. In fact, we could actually bring it down to this high here, and we will. So that will be where the long trade kicks in. Okay. So it can collapse from here. And normally, well, last time we're looking for an A and a B and a C here, so we've got that there. I'm not sure, that probably goes there, but the thing is that, and we know that on the cash market this is higher than this one here, the top had been taken out, so it can be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 here, but also 2, it can be up for 1, back for 2, up for 1 here, an A and a B and a C, back for 2 here, so that would be, just open this up a little bit. It looks like an A wave here, B wave here, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So I still think I can't draw on this side. I think there's still one more little move here. The 50-60% retracement level from here to here would be right on the 2800 area here. So that would create the buying scenario from there. So, but we know what we've always been looking for is a 21 here to become the support. That would trigger all the long trades, and all we're doing is trying to refine our entry at this point. Yes, you can buy on the 20,800 here. Is it safe? I don't think so. It's possible that the market can go up from here, not a problem, but it may not. So I'd still be in the guessing game from that point. If this high hadn't been taken out on the cash market, then we still had this ABC here, then I would know that we would eventually take this top out here. But we did that on the cash market, so only by a bit, but enough to say that this has been just done and dusted at this particular point. So let's just see how we go here. But our long trades, you could even bring it down to this particular one here too if you wanted to, and we will actually, because we'll bring it down onto those highs there. In fact, what you could also do too, if you're keen to go, you could also go across this way here. But also, if this comes up and hits this, you really want this, because when you've got, I can't draw it past the price here, but when you've got a trend line going, any trend line, up or down, sideways, like we use with the trading levels, but basically you have to understand that it hits the trend line, comes back, it's got to kind of migrate from one side to the other like that. So if you're going to go along here, make sure that you've migrated to the other side of the trend line for that. Yeah. So the other point too is that if there's, I can't draw here, but if this is the A, the B and the C here, and we come down here one more time, then what you can do is grab the high here and the low here of 28 here and look at the 50-60% retracement level from here, which would be here. So you could say that if you got support on top of 20,950, nice, so you could glean a small position there and then look to add on here. And also to, as I probably always point out, that we've got, let's just bring this down here, that's 100, oops a daisy. Just talk about group 1 here. So group 1 is 1, 2 and 3. If we get support on 21, we want to get a position. If we get support on 100, we want to get another position. On here, another position. On here, another position. You can take profit here on this number here, or you can take part profit or full profit. But when it becomes support again, we've got to get back in again. So it's better just to take a small profit here just in case. But we'll see if the structure, we're a long way off that yet, but just putting that out in front of us there. So coming back to, I'll just save that. Coming back to the 4-hour chart here, I still don't know if we're going to collapse here and move down for this wave 5 to come over here, or we're in the bullish throes here of the next trend to the upside here, and we can go from that point there. So this would be I'll just leave it. I won't make it any more complicated than it is. Nutshell, this number here is support, we're bullish, and that's it. So I'll leave it at that for the time being. Alrighty, thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the weekend.